Hey there, this is Greg the Masked Gamer, and I am back with the final part of Untold Stories #1 for Nemesis, the board game. Whew, what a day it has been. So if we remember, everybody died because the Nemesis exploded. As it turns out, that is fine. So, our it's just fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. So here's our images for the beginning of this story. Rising up from the dead ain't easy. The echo of your final moments keeps ringing in your ears. The phantom pain strikes like a sledgehammer. Drone sets A and B lost. Initiate emergency mission termination. We have 3 clues in our campaign pool, but because we do not have the choice G token, we subtract 1 from that total. Because our total is 2 or less, we'll go to intro 2 in chaos. We are back where it all started. We're angry, confused, no one has the faintest idea what's happening, and the tensions run high. We need to discover what it's all about before we tear each other to pieces. We have taken the choice H token, and we continue the mission setup. All of the characters have died. We reset everything about the characters, but we will play our exact same characters we played on the previous mission. So yes, I am still a soldier and a mechanic. Soldier mechanic. Yep. The pilot says, I don't want to spoil the moment, but we're still kind of screwed here. The captain says, is there nothing we can do to move the ship? Notice, all characters are still alive. The pilot says, I'm afraid not. The jump drive is beyond repair. The scientist says, that is not our only worry. The malware they injected when hacking our systems on Sedna is still present. The ship may try to kill us, and both the cockpit and the escape pods are not functional. The captain asks, is there any way to solve this? The scientist says, a full reboot with a system recovery should help. The pilot says, using the generator master switch. Got it. The soldier says, I'd be quick if I were you. They might still be looking for this ship. Because the crew is confused, we have the choice B token. We must go to surgery first to solve the mystery of our resurrection. Then reboot the Ariadne's systems using the generator master switch and find a way to escape. The engines are destroyed. The ship won't go anywhere. One of the exploration tokens will trigger a special event instead. It is the door token. The intruder menace is very high, and our choices will have a big impact, it says. We have placed the Ariadne, the generator room, the surgery room, the airlock control, and the evacuation chambers as indicated. We've put our first event on the surgery tile. We've locked the cockpit by placing closed doors around it. The rest of the Ariadne is a mystery to us. We start in the hibernatorium on the Ariadne side. We reset the intruder board. I actually put it on the left over here this time. I moved everything around a little bit, so hopefully it's better to watch. The Ariadne is not damaged because we blew up the place before we have the choice B token. Our time marker's on slot 15, and we start with an adult intruder already right next to us, next to the hibernatorium, which is totally fine because we have a soldier. We'll just go kill it. Everything's fine. I forgot to put an exploration token there, though, and there should be one. The mission ends when the story says so. Start the games according to standard rules and play until you trigger an event. So here we go. I've decided, no, it is going to have to still be the first player. The sucky thing is that the mechanic is the first player, blah, 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 and we don't want him to run into the room with the soldier. We want the soldier to run into the room with the monster. Oh, look, I missed another exploration token here. How fun. Okay. So I guess the mechanic will start heading towards the generator, knowing that we will probably need to do something with it at some point. And, you know, his technical corridor skill should come in very, very handy on the Ariadne. But we'll see if he even draws it. He did draw it. Excellent. Excellent news for us. Not excellent news if there's noise there. Okay. So, here we go. I just realized today is Sunday and I have to work tomorrow. That sucks. Okay, that was my big realization for the day. Let's get back to this. All right, so we are going to We are going to move unquietly to this room here. What we're going to do. Of course, as usual, we reveal a room that is malfunctioning because nothing works on this ship. It's storage. Ooh, I can make a plasma torch in there, which is pretty cool. We're going to make a noise roll. We got a 3. So that is, I moved everything, so everything's moved. I mean, that logically makes sense, doesn't it? I moved everything, therefore, everything is moved. I think because we're in that room, I think what I'm going to do is use my second action to activate my plasma torch, which will let me open or close a door in a corridor connected to the room I'm in, and destroyed doors can be closed using this item, and it doesn't take a hand slot. It doesn't have a certain number of uses. So that's, I think that was the best second action to take. Okay. And our friend, the soldier, is going to charge right in here with the intruder without a worry or a care. He gets slimed on the way because what else is new? But there are 3 items in this command center room, along with an intruder. He waves hello to the intruder. He's going to try to kill it. Yeah, we're just going to go full auto, discard all 5 of these things to do, no, he's going to discard 4 because discarding 5 doesn't actually do an additional thing. And I deal 1 additional injury for every 2 removed, which is 2, even if I miss. So, I missed, but I did do 2 damage because I did the thing. And, oh, this one's going to run away, and it's going to run through corridor 4. So it's going to run over here, which is exactly not where I need, like, not that, which is great because it's no longer in my way. Okay. And I got to go there without making noise. That's also pretty cool. All right, so we are in this storage space. We are going to fast prepare and destroy this malfunction token because we don't want to get blown up again. And we are going to use the technical corridor to move to any other room with the technical corridor's entrance. Boom! And pass at the end of that action. So that was also pretty cool. He's already in the generator room. All right, we've got 2 more actions for our soldier. Yeah, we're going to just... We're going to move loudly into here. Oh, look, it's another room with a malfunction, and it's covered in slime, and I'm covered in slime, and I already had slime, so that's fine. Great. And then we'll, oh, we had to move, that was a noisy move, so we roll the dice, and we make noise in 2, which is the room we have to go into. So we're going to discard both of our cards to move quietly into surgery and place that other noise into the cockpitty area. And that is us both passing. So we have both passed. And we're going to move the time track to 14. Intruders attack, but there's nobody on the intruder's space. There's no fire there. We're going to resolve an event. Adults are going to move through hallway 2. So that's all the way over here now. It's just like really running away from that soldier who like shot it. It's very sad. Damage. Put a malfunction marker in each room with an adult, breeder, or queen. Great. Well, more malfunctions. Malfunctions everywhere and not a care in the world. All right. Then, intruder bag development. We're going to do that. It is a breeder. And if we pull a breeder from the bag, I'm pretty sure that means bad things happen. Oh, punch pickles. Breeder. It gets in something. All players roll for noise. Oh, it's just the same as an adult. So we all roll for noise. So first the mechanic. who rolls a 4. And then the soldier, oh shit, then the soldier who rolls a danger. So it actually just makes noise in technical corridor blue. If I am. Yeah. Okay, he lucked out. Lucked out. Passing the first player token over to the soldier. And then we drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the soldier's going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the soldier's going to get to go first. And that's excellent news. Let's we're gonna pop a rest and a malfunction and we're gonna pop a rest and a demolition to use the surgery room and get event 2. Event 2, catch up. Not like I'm going to catch up to you as opposed to eating catch up. Okay. The medical records are clear. Our bodies are just expendable drones that synchronize with another body upon death via an instinct quantum uplink. Ha! That's why we woke up here after dying on the Nemesis. We are the third set of crew this ship contained. Ha! The second died on the Nemesis, but what about the first? Maybe we'll learn more on the bridge. Unfortunately, it is still in lockdown. Now we are placing event token 6 and the on use on the generator. Now we have to use the generator to reboot the systems. Aha! It was very smart. It was very, very smart to put the engineer there. That was a good move. We also have there's no items because there's no. It didn't say to put a. The book did say not to put anything in this room. So I wonder if that means there's no items there. I guess it means there's just no items because we weren't supposed to put an exploration token. So we're just going to turn that to 0. We're going to turn this to 0 and we're going to turn this to 0. Okay. So I still have another action. I can't search because there's nothing to search. The slime room is over there. The evacuation pod is over there. So I feel like there's really nothing for me to do. I guess I think I'm just gonna pass for the turn because you have to do something to do something. I don't know if what I just said made sense, but you can't pass your second action and then have another turn. But if I go into the room covered with slime, I still won't be able to get back to the cockpit. Yeah, we're just gonna pass and wait for that cockpit door to open. And then we move on to the engineer who is in the generator room and is going to discard search and rest to use the generator. And that is going to trigger event 6. Okay, event 6. Event 6. Event 6. Event 6. Event 6. Reboot script. There's a string of critical errors as long as you're armed, but the system seems to be booting up. A lot of damage was caused by the hack we suffered on Sedna, but much of it seems older. Whatever happened on this ship before we woke up, it wasn't good. Anyway, the bridge should be open now. Open all doors leading to the cockpit. Great. Then place event token 4 on the cockpit. Where did I put it? Okay, event token 4 on the cockpit. Place event 1 and on entry on the only room connected to the generator. Okay, so I'm assuming that means something terrible is going to happen if I leave that room in that direction. Then there's no character there. We have to get everyone to the cockpit. We will resolve event 4 immediately after all living characters meet in the cockpit. So, I am not going to want to go through that hallway. I am going to want to end up using those emergency rooms. So, yeah, so I am also going to pass. So that's going to be the end of this turn. It's going to be fine. It's all going to make sense to me in the end, I'm sure. So this is going to go down 1. We are going to intruder attack, no intruder attack, fire, no fire, do an event. The adult moves through hallway 3, back to the hibernatorium. Okay. Hatching, discard 1 egg from the intruder board. Any characters in the nest are infested by a larva. If no character was infested, then put a larva in the intruder den. Okay. Did that. I'm going to pass this to the next person. I am discarding all 3 cards because I want to have the best chance if possible of drawing. Oh, where did the kitty cat go? Oh, it was supposed to be with the soldier that turn, but I guess it's back with me now. We're going to really, really hope. Oh no, I guess it does go to the soldier. I guess this is good turn 1. Good turn. No, that was turn 2. We're going to hope that I draw the technical corridors card. Because if I do, I can just bypass that whole whatever mess is going on in there, which I'm sure is terrible. That's the plan anyway. So pray for me. Let's hope that I draw what I want to draw. Usually don't, but we'll see. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, technical corridors. Okay, and you don't need this. Don't need this. Well, we're going to discard his whole hand too, just to see what we come up with here. So this is good. We should be able to make it all the way. The thing is, when I use technical corridors, I have to pass immediately, so that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, so we are. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So the question is there anything that I want to do first with what I have in my hand before going through the hallway? I have a computer in this room. I don't want to initiate the self-destruct. So we're going to go ahead. Yep, we're just going to use those technical corridors, come straight to here, find a new room. That is the engine control room. It is nice and quiet. We can check status of engines. We know they're all broken. But the problem is I do have to immediately pass because I did that. Okay, we're going to go into this next room here. Utilizing, we're going to keep that card, we're going to keep that card. We're going to use demolition and basic repairs to quietly come into here, which means we make noise in this hallway, which is fine. And then we're just gonna pass again. So we both passed again, because that's the game we're playing. Great. And time track to 12. Intruder attack, nothing. Event. The adult does not move. Each intruder heals 2. Well, so much for that. And then intruder bag development. We don't want to make a noise roll now. That could be bad. Blank. So we add an adult to the bag. Is also quiet. Ship. Okay. We are going to keep. Fudge pickles. We're going to keep this card and this card and draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. First player passes to the soldier. Soldier's going to drop this card and this card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Unfortunately, the soldier goes first this round and has nothing to do. So he's gonna. Yeah, I mean he's gonna pass, and then the engineer is going to. We're gonna search this room first because we can, because it seems safe enough. We can get chemicals or Nemesis plans. We'll take those chemicals. And then we will move. Uh, we don't have to move quietly because we're moving into a room where somebody else is. So we're just going to go ahead and discard this other search, pop on here, and because we're both in the room, we are going to do event number 4. I think this is the one that's many, many pages, but we'll see. Then 4. Yep, this one's the one that's many, many pages. Event 4, Operation Theseus. I'll show any pictures that are important. This is what we were looking for, but not something we really wanted to see. It all starts 10 years ago. The Nemesis disappears on the outer fringes of the OORT cloud like many ships before it. This time, however, the crew survives. They are recovered in secret by their employer, Sundrop Excavations. They know too much to ever go free, but their experience is too valuable to have them terminated. Instead, they receive a special lifelong contract. As the only team to ever survive an encounter with the intruders, they become the spearhead of a new secret research project. The discoveries are stunning, and the intruders are far more than simple space predators. These complex, multidimensional beings are born and develop elsewhere. Once ready, their new forms arrive in our world thanks to a strange process of transdimensional molting. Soon, scientists discover how to force the creatures to open these dimensional passages, cheating their metabolism with synthetic pheromones. A study of the intruder's native world begins, and the first steps are rough. It looks very very Lovecraftian. Finally, the time comes for an elite scouting team to take their first step on the other side and set up a research outpost. Due to the size of this necessary portal, this experiment is far too dangerous to be performed near populated areas. The company doesn't want to be responsible in case something goes wrong with an old An old mining ship, the Ariadne, is retrofitted with a secret lab and sent into the fringes of the solar system. In case the mission is intercepted, all non-essential memories of the crew are suppressed. Each crew member receives 2 backup drone bodies. Their memories synchronize upon death. The ship's design allows their team to retry their mission or abort it in case of a critical failure. A critical failure happens. The bodies of the crew lost in another dimension failed to synchronize. The central computer is damaged and unable to control the situation. A backup crew gets up, but without a full sync, they only know about their fake official mission. Aha, that makes sense. I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah. They arrive on Sedna, thinking they're just a normal team of space scavengers, but the military suspects something and locks the ship down. Ineffectively. Hunted by both men and beasts, a long-lost memory awakens in one of the crew members, leading them to the final resting place of their old ship, the Nemesis, so she went there by accident but on purpose. Everything else is history. Even though we already knew the bits of this story, we needed a moment to process everything. We worked for Sundrop all along. The Sedna massacre happened because of us. We're hunted by everyone and have nowhere to run. The Ariadne is too damaged to go anywhere. Escape pods won't get us far enough before the interceptors arrive, and there is nowhere to go or hide. Or is there? The secret Theseus model is still somewhere under our ship. We have all the gear we received to enter the I dimension. According to the data, the intruder universe has a significant time dilation, and if we manage to survive even a day or two, many years will pass in the solar system. This is setting us up for retaliation already. That's cool. A lot can happen in this time. People may forget. Corporations might fall. We might be pardoned. Unfortunately, a queen is the only way to open a portal large enough, and she escaped from the Theseus model. We need to retrieve the pheromone injectors, take her down, spike her with cannons. The plan is risky and complicated. Some of us want a simpler gamble, set the self-destruct sequence, disable location beacons of the escape pods, and eject ourselves a few seconds before the blast, hoping it will obscure us. But this means we might be in for a long, cold sleep if we're ever found at all. We are placing a queen in the hibernatory. Here she is. We've seen her before. We are going to vote if we want to escape to the I dimension or try to flee unnoticed in the escape pods. I'm saying we're going to go to the intruder dimension, the I dimension. Event 10, there's no pictures here. It says fetch. New task, go out of the airlock, which is all the way over there. Reach the Theseus module and return with the molting pheromone. We're going to place event token 7 on use. 7. We're going to event token on use in the air lock. And again, isn't it great that we have a mechanic who can just teleport everywhere? We will resolve this token as soon as any character reaches the airlock. We are placing cables in rooms 7, 9, 17, and 21. Okay, so that is room 7. That's 10. 12, 9, 6. Room 7, room 9, room 17, and room 21. So like these 4 corners. These represent research equipment and may be picked up as a free action. The amount of gathered research equipment will impact the story ending. All right, so we've got to get to the airlock, which is mostly through the queen. Cool. And I believe the soldier already passed, so too bad for the soldier. That's very, very, very sad. Okay. So I still get extra actions with the oh cool, with the mechanic, so I can go ahead and move quietly into the engine control room, putting annoyance token over here, and now I'm gonna pass. Okay. So, we have both passed. We are going to the event phase, time tracker 211. No fire, no intruder attacks, but let's see what moves. Only the adult moves, and through hallway 4, it's just running to the other side of the ship. Remove from the board all intruders which are not in a room with a character. Put their respective tokens in the intruder bag. Now, I am going to take a guess and say that the queen is supposed to stay on the board from here. I'm not going to put her back in the bag. This might be a house rule. It might not be a house rule. I don't really know, but I feel like she's supposed to be an ever-present threat at this point and not supposed to flee, especially because she's what opens the portal. So we're just going to go ahead and leave her here, and that's a choice that I am making. Okay. Just so that we've all talked through the reasoning for all of that. That is why I am doing that, because she's story-focused. This is a creeper, so that grows into a breeder. Okay. And we will now, right, it's the end of the turn-ish. We're going to discard this to draw as many cards as possible for the mechanic as usual, hoping that he can do his little teleport activity again. He might have to wait a whole turn to do it. We'll see what that means for us based on what other cards I have. Maybe there'll be something interesting worth bothering with, but probably not, because I want to go through a red corridor, and that's where I am. Cool. It was the first card I drew, so that's going to be good news for me. And we're not going to even draw cards for the soldier because he's got a bunch of stuff that might be useful, and we now know he's got to distract the queen. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do the thing. We're gonna use rest to play technical corridors, pop ourselves over all the way over to this side of the board, right here, next to where we need to go. That does cause him to pass, which is fine. We're gonna want to get some weapons for the soldier, which is going to be tough because every place has noise right now. But no, we're gonna move quietly to here and put a noise token in the red technical corridors. And then we are going to move quietly to this room, which is malfunctioning because of course it is. We get 2 items in here, but it is a room that we can find weapons in, which will be great for our next turns, and then we'll pass. Okay, so time track to 10. Event card. That's the queen moving through hallway 2. Oh, she coming. Life support failure. Place a malfunction marker on each green room that is revealed. Remove this from the game. Shuffle the event card discard pile into the event deck. So that's not wonderful. I'm sure there's something really bad here at 10 that we just totally skipped. Is my guess. Or is that 10? No, that's 1. Event 1. I don't know. Yeah, that's event 1. Is that really what we're supposed to put that in? We did the data thing. Yeah, we like skipped a whole thing that's going to put like different events on different times and give us a timer. But that's what we did. So that's what we did. Okay. We reshuffled that back into the event deck. Intruder bag development. So again, like we've run into some edge cases here. There's something with the technical corridors ability. It was a blank, so we're going to put an intruder token, adult in. There's something with how that all works that just isn't like kosher, I think. To obviously not play tested very thoroughly. But I mean, it's just like an extra cute little add-on that they gave, which does give a nice little story, and the comic book was fun, and it was nice to be able to play this game with like some events and kind of see like how that could play out. Especially since I canceled my enormity pledge because I don't trust it to literally ever arrive. Okay, so we're gonna discard all of those and draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and the soldier goes first this time. So the soldier is going to remove the malfunction token from this room and search and get a red item, which hopefully will be an energy charge. Yes. So I got an energy charge, which means on my next turn I'll be able to at least refill my gun. Then the engineer is going to go. I don't think there's any reason for him to move quietly. So he's going to go ahead and discard a search, run to the airlock control, making a noise roll, which landed cocked. Oh, great, it's a danger result. Well, maybe he should have moved quietly because now he's surrounded by noise. But we've landed in airlock control. As a free action, I'm going to pick up that cable because why not? And then the soldier's going to go. The soldier is going to run 1 space away from the queen noisily into the evacuation room, rolling a 3, which will spawn an intruder on me. That sucks. Oh, potentially spawn an intruder on me because I made noise in the technical corridor, and it is a larvae. This is not great because That, I don't have any cards left. So I'm just gonna have to pass and hope that the larvae does not attack me on this next turn. But that's okay. Everything's fine. Okay, back to the engineer, the mechanic. I don't know why I keep calling him an engineer. He's a mechanic. He's not an engineer. He's a mechanic. Okay, he is going to discard 2 cards, 1 and 2, to use the airlock control, which is event 7. 7. Airlock. Remove 1 character from the airlock. This character can't have any serious rooms. Place their model on the time track 2 turns from now, placing event 9 and story event marker on that space. Okay? Until then, the player controlling this character cannot do anything or be affected by anything. So I'm basically running around outside the ship. All right, so that means that is officially the end of this round. Now, I am going to pretend we went into room 1 instead of cheating. There's an incoming tachyon wave. We are placing event token 5 on slot 4 and 8 on the last slot. Now, because this is like actually a timer, and we just skipped the timer by never going in there. So yeah, we're gonna make sure things work the way they're supposed to work. All right, we're removing the time track from 10 to 9. Intruder attacks, blah blah blah. Fire, blah blah blah. Oh no, there is an intruder attack because there's a larvae in my room. Ah, larvae don't do anything, or are they? Do they always attack? I think they might always attack. Larvae, larvae, larvae. Yeah, we don't draw a card. The larva just goes onto my character board, and I get a contamination card. So, in order for the soldier to survive, we're gonna just have to figure something out. Is what it comes down to. Okay. We're gonna resolve an event card. Adults and breeders, which is nothing. Oh, malfunction. Place a malfunction marker in the explored room with the lowest room number, and then shuffle this back into the deck. Explored room with the lowest room number is this one, and this will go back into the deck. Okay, then intruder bag development. See, this is one of the reasons I like playing this game with multiple people, because it's like, I'm going to do this, and you do this, and you give people jobs once they know what they're doing. But usually people don't know what they're doing. I got a breeder, so the soldier has to make a noise roll. 4, that is in the blue technical corridors over here. All right. That is the end of the round. So we pass the first player token over here, but I cannot do anything on this turn. So nothing happens for me. I just don't do anything. And then we will draw cards for the soldier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first thing that we are going to do is take a free action to grab the cable. And then we need to figure out how we are going to remove the larva, and I believe that is through a surgery action, if I recall. Yes. Yeah. So we need to get back to surgery. Sure. Sure will. Why not? So let's so first we will I don't even have I need to fill this gun back up. So first, let's refill my gun. So we're going to fully load that. Okay. Then second action is going to be to move loudly back to here. And that was wise. Okay. Mechanic can't go, so I'm going to go again. I'm going to move quietly to the engine control room, getting my way back to surgery. Cool. And I'm gonna stop there and pass because if I get attacked, I'd rather like have a gunny weapon in my hand. So this is going to go to the next phase, which is going to trigger event 9. Where'd I put the I'm a mess. Event 9. Pheromones. The Theseus module was overrun, now functioning and on fire, a steel death trap, nothing we haven't seen before. I receive a special object token representing molten pheromones. I think that's this like box thing. I move the time marker to slot 6 of the self. Oh, I move the time marker to slot 6 of the self-destruct track. So this other thing never would have happened. When time runs out, the Theseus module explodes, taking the Ariadne with it. I must defeat the queen and immediately eject her with the molten pheromone. The queen must be defeated while the character carrying the pheromone is in the same room and has at least 2 action cards in their hand. Then this character immediately discards 2 cards to administer the pheromone. Otherwise, the queen dies as normal and she goes back to the intruder bag. She may reappear when drawn. Place the ending 1 token on the intruder board. Read ending 1 immediately after the queen is defeated and the pheromone is administered. All right. So, yeah, I'm assuming that means I reappear on the airlock. I think that's what it says in here somewhere. Yeah, I return to the airlock room. Okay. Intruder attack, nothing. Fire damage, nothing. Event card. Hatching. Discard 1 egg. There is no eggs on the nest, so nothing happens. We're gonna do this thing. Oi, oi, oi. We have to make noise rolls. So the mechanic rolls danger, but nothing's next to him. So he's actually okay, which is weird. And silence for the soldier, but he is slimed, so it counts as a danger, but that's fine because there's noise everywhere around him anyway. Is my understanding. Okay. So we're going to pass first player to the soldier. Soldier is going to. Which card did I have? I'm going to keep the card that I have. I think that's important for trying to kill this thing. Hopefully, we kill this thing. Yeah. I mean, I have killed the queen before. It's happened. It's possible. We do want to try to engage her in rooms that don't have a technical corridor so she doesn't accidentally run into one. That's one of the bigger things that could be a problem for us here. So it's good that the soldier is going first. And then we're going to discard both cards that the mechanic has because, as usual, we're trying to get the technical corridors card so that he can teleport right back to where the soldier is going to be fighting the queen. Because yeah, that's how mechanic is mad cheating in stuff that is story based. Except for when you don't draw a technical corridor. Okay. So the soldier goes first. We do not want there to be noise in this first room. So we're going to go ahead and discard 2 cards to move quietly into this first room. And then we are going to move quickly into the room where the queen is. And we don't make noise because she's already there. Okay. So The mechanic, since the technical corridor thing did not work out, is going to just make a mad dash for it. So first, we're going to make a interruption noisily. We rolled 3, which means we trigger an attack, of course. And this room is malfunctioned, of course. And we will see what attacks him, but he's just going to run away from them and hopefully not die, because that is the plan right now. We have drawn an adult. So here we go. We get an adult. Ooh, I missed which. It has the number 3 on it. I have 3 cards, so I don't get surprised attacked. Second action, I'm going to keep running. We're going to run with this straight to here. I do get attacked on the way out. It's a scratch. I get a contamination card and a light wound. Okay. I reveal this room. I roll noise. Oh, good. The door behind me closed, which is actually excellent for me. We make noise in 1. So I get attacked again. There's 4 items in here, but we don't care about them. So yeah. And let's see what takes us here. Can I make it? I don't know. This is another adult. I still have 3 cards in my hand. So this adult also does not immediately attack me. It just, oh no, I think I broke it. Oh, no, I didn't. It spawns on me. Cool, cool, cool. And that was my second action. So now we are going to full auto on the queen again. I deal 1 additional injury for every 2 ammo discarded, so I'll automatically deal 2 even if I miss. And I missed, so that is 2. Queen draws 2 cards. Her health was currently 10, so she wasn't going to die none. And for my second action, I'm going to do a shoot action. I can re-roll my first result on the combat die. Oh, and because of my weapon, every time I deal at least 1 injury, it's an additional 1, so it should have been 3. That is 1 hit, which is 2 hits because of the additional injury. She's currently got 5 health gone. And she dies and disappears, and her token goes back in the intruder bag. Yep. So that's yeah. I don't think that's fun. So we're just gonna leave the 5 health on her. You can judge me all you want. I'm trying to show how the story of this works, and that just won't happen if we let what just happened happen. So that's not how it's going to play out. So we are going to run and get attacked. We get another contamination card and another light wound. We do a noise roll in this new room for 1, putting noise here. Then we will discard a card to run into the room here where we don't make a noise roll because the queen is in that room. We will use our sawed-off shotgun to shoot at... Nope, we will not use our sawed-off shotgun to shoot at the queen. We will just stay here because we need to make sure that I have 2 things in my hand when it happens. The intruder will attack whoever has the fewest action cards in their hand, so she'll attack the soldier. It'll be great. Okay. Self-destruction starts to go. Intruder attack. It is the queen against the soldier. Soldier suffers a serious wound, which is the hand. So cost of all item actions will increase by 1. Then fire damage. There's no fire. Reveal an event card. Regeneration. Each intruder heals 2. Great. And yeah, that's what happens there. And we pass first player to the engineer. The engineer will draw 1, 2, 3, 4 I don't want to remix my cards because I don't want to end up with a contamination. The soldier's going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The soldier's still got this larvae on him, so he's dead no matter what. Did I pass the first player token already? I don't think I did. So the soldier is going to be the first player. Now, the soldier does not have any weapons. But the soldier really just doesn't care. The soldier is going to do melee attacks because he feels like he's going to die anyway. We got to kill this queen. He's gonna let himself get womp womp womped. He will draw an contamination card. And he will hopefully do 1 damage, and it will hopefully be enough to do something. So we get a contamination card. We do this. We get a success. Nope. We do it again. We draw a contamination card. We drew this. Aha! That time there was a success. That would be 4 damage. That is definitely not enough. It had 12 health this round. Bomb. Now the engineer goes, the mechanic goes, so he is going to shoot with his sawed-off shotgun. That looks to me like it landed on this, and that's what we're going to say. That actually does 2 damage with a sawed-off shotgun, so that brings us to 6. The queen had 5 health, which lets us do the kill, discard 2 cards, inject the pheromone, and we get to see what actually happens. I know I cheated. I don't care. It's been a long, long day of this game. Okay, so we're placing the ending 1 token on the intruder board. And we will resolve ending 1 immediately. Oh, we were supposed to place that there before. Anyway, eye dimension. So here's some graphics of the eye dimension. It looks kind of gross. It was like gelding on a live. It was like gelding a live bull high on crack, but we did it anyway. Now the greater unknown awaits. Count the number of research equipment you have. We have 2. Add 1 to that if you have choice G. We don't. Subtract 1 for each character corpse token on the intruder board. There is none. Subtract 1 if you have choice B. Okay, so that's 1. Subtract 1 if you have choice F. Nope, we just have 1. If the final score was 0 or negative, go to ending 2. If it was larger than 0, we go to ending 4. Ending 4 is recovery. Here's recovery. There's so many of that. But we're tired and we're scared, but we know the drill. Analyze surroundings, set up a perimeter. Fortunately, it seems the largest creeps are out hunting on other worlds. We might have a chance. Epilogue. Okay, so there's a story epilogue. Epilogue 1, much later. Smell the ashes. No, how did they get us? Oh, but it's like churchy stuff? Churchy stuff? No, how did they get us? Ye are weakened, beseech thee, no hurt yourself. Where am I? What's going on? Ye be recovered, barely and at cost. We don't have an ending. Oh, wait. Yeah, oh, we get the ending 3 token. So we're going to go to epilogue 3. Log 3. Here's the art. Their language is strange, but we start to understand. We've spent a lot of time drifting in the void. They treat us with respect and keep mentioning some maxima reception. But this catches us totally unprepared. We welcometh progenitors, we salute thee. Suddenly, your exploits won't go unrewarded. Ye were the first to fight the intruders, the first to win. Suddenly, a long-buried memory awakens. It happened just before the last flight of the Nemesis. Now, ancient heroes. The call came late. Some of us had plans and didn't want to go. You'll conduct the retaking of our fatherland. It'll be the quickest job of your life, said our boss. I'm paying twice for overtime. Your holy war gear awaits. I wonder if he's still counting. The end. And then we've got a bunch of character art in the back of the book. I did not understand that ending one bit, but we have made it through. I feel like I'm getting a hot flash. It's been so tough. But we made it through in one day. Nemesis Untold Stories 1. We will not be doing any more filming of Nemesis. This was exhausting. But I am going to do my normal bubble bath routine and start reading the instructions for the expansion monsters and play those this week and see how that all is. I am wiped out. I feel like for me to really have a good experience in this as a solo player, I will need to play it three-handed, not two-handed, which is just too hard to do with all this stuff. So that's the plan for as the week goes on, is to do some three-handed work. So, with that said, thank you for, it's been a long journey today. Thank you for tuning in if you're still here. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget, keep those health bars full. Thank you and have a great night.